Welcome to that Unemployed Friend podcast by SuperJake, which is me. Right, would you like to start?
Did you do an intro in the other one?
Don't know, doesn't
I feel
matter.
like you didn't. You want me to start?
You start with the first question. Well, if I end up
Yeah,
asking
no, it's fine. I just already know what your reaction's going to be. You're gonna be
if
so
I
mad.
ask the first question, everyone's clicking off straight away. At least yours is semi-normal.
I don't know if I should start with this one.
No, just start at the lid. Just start, because it doesn't matter.
Oh, you're going to be so mad. What pasta shape would you be?
What pasta shape?
If you were a pasta shape, what pasta shape would you be?
The thing is, I can go for like my favourite pasta, which is like mac and cheese. But that's not
No, you're not a macaroni.
But that's not me though. But that's my favourite pasta. So, what shape do I resemble? Something chaotic, but concealed. So, we need to go for a pasta shape that's like a pasta shape that looks sort of normal, but is weird. So maybe something uncommon. Like,
You could be like one of I was going to say like a shell pasta, but I don't think you are. I think you're a bit fusilly. Just a bit crazy.
yeah, that's boring, isn't it?
Alright.
Fusilli's boring.
Is it?
There's going to be some like weird pasta
Fusilli
shape.
is like a staple. It's always there.
No, there's going to be some weird pasta shape out there. There's going to be some weird pasta shape.
Yeah.
Like what? Those like weird tube ones with like a frilly bit on the side.
I have no idea what you're on about.
I don't know what they're called. They weren't very nice
Idea.
actually.
Well,
But that's fair enough. It's like once you've had it, you're like, oh, this podcast.
looks nice, and then you're like,
Yeah,
that's a
it
shame.
looks nice, and then you have it, it's just like really soft and like doesn't really hold the sauce very well.
Only
It's just
lasts like
it's
2
just
minutes.
disappointing, which I think which is basically this podcast.
Yeah.
Right? Looks like it's going to be promising. Then when you actually
When you dive into it 2 minutes in, you're like, oh.
yeah, like this exact conversation we're having.
Yeah, that's a really good
Are
question.
you ready for your question?
I'm not going to answer, am I? Oh, God.
So I actually had asked Adam this one.
Oh, God.
Right, and I thought I'd kick off with something we did before, which you already know what it is, but I'm just interested in your thoughts on it. So,
Oh, God, it's a snowball one, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what a snowball kiss is?
Unfortunately,
Can you
yes.
describe what a snowball kiss is for
No.
the audience?
So you can clip it? Absolutely not. No. I'm not getting
Come on,
clipped.
please describe it.
No.
Would you do it?
I mean, the girl doesn't really do anything, does she?
Yes, she does.
She just
She
takes
accepts
it
the load
and then
and
accepts
then gives
it again.
back and then accepts it again. Would you do it?
No,
You wouldn't do
I
it?
don't think so. Why are you surprised by this?
I don't know, I thought you'd like...
I'm into that.
I thought you'd find it hot.
No.
So you wouldn't do a snowball kiss, is what you're saying?
I can't see a situation where someone's willing to receive the snowball back.
I might do it.
Well, that's a lie.
I might be a bit scary.
As
'cause I
soon
might
as
be
you've
sick.
snowballed, you won't go near it.
That's fair enough. Oh, I didn't think about that. I forgot about the post-night clarity.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Well, you've really had a lot of time to think about it. You've been thinking
Yeah,
about
I've been
this.
thinking about this.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. I don't know how the guys do it then. Because I would be sick.
Yeah.
Especially having to like go down and nosh it out.
Yeah, to be fair, like if it's like you can't keep this in, but when you won't kiss me, so how are you going to take it?
That's staying in.
No, that's not staying in.
It is. But,
Hold on. We started with anything you want cutting out can get cut out.
Yeah, but I'll bleep this. I'll say
Once you oh yeah, they'll
when
never
you,
know.
When you blank. Actually no, maybe it's when on my there we go, that'll work. The your when you gets rid of. And then maybe my.
Oh God.
When something
Then
yeah.
jeez.
What were you saying anyway about something when you're something?
I wasn't saying anything about someone else.
No, what was it?
You won't even kiss me when you've. So how you're going to take it out of my mouth? Hold it in your mouth.
I have kissed you, I'm just not going all the way.
Yeah, but you kiss me if it. How loud are we being?
No,
Yeah, but I'm saying
if
like.
like not gonna go, you know.
Yeah, but if it's. You'll be very careful to go, like, avoid it. And if it is on your hand, you're like, ugh.
Yeah. Have I told you about that time that guy wanked in that room and I was like
Yeah, unfortunately you
15?
have. Do you want me to say no so you can...
No, it's okay.
Okay.
But if people are wondering, it'll probably
anyway.
show up in another episode. Maybe when I talk about Adam. Just remind me in the comments to ask Adam about that time that a guy wanked in our dorm room when I was like 15 and he was, I want to say 18, but he might have been 17, which I think doesn't make it any better. I'm not sure.
It depends what he was wanking about.
Well, we all
Were you all
asked
watching him? What, you
No, we
asked him how to
couldn't
do
see
it?
him, but like this
Oh.
was at a point where
How do you know he was doing it then?
well, this was at a point where I hadn't discovered my penis.
At 15?
So
You hadn't discovered your penis at 15?
I might have been 14.
At 14, even?
Anyway,
That's like year 8,
the
year 9.
idea
That's
of,
when
the
they're
idea
all
of
at it.
ejaculating
Oh, right.
was like it's possible kind of thing.
You were amazed.
And this guy was like, yeah, I can do it, and just like noshes one out to nothing.
Noshes
and then
one
eats it
out.
off his hand in front of everyone. Did you not know that bit?
Don't think so, no.
So you don't know the story?
Well, I remember you telling me, but I don't think I've held on to the
we were all in
details.
the room. We were like, he's like, yeah, I can whack off. And we're like, okay. So he wanked off to nothing, to his imagination, like Adam. And
Or the fact he was in a room.
then he
full
came
of
with his
boys.
hand. They were shining their torches, and you see this like it's like Spider-Man web over his hand, and then he just
No.
like licks it off his fingers in front of us all. He's like,
So he could probably do
he's
a
like 17,
snowball.
and we're like 14.
He'd probably do a snowball kiss.
It's your turn to ask a question now. After that,
After the pasta chip.
after that, yeah. Just go down your list. It doesn't matter about the order. Just
Your
go down
favourite childhood toy?
See, this is like I said in the last fucking podcast. This is whiplash, right?
Well, no, we were talking about your childhood. Just then.
Yeah, but it's like a vile version.
Well, I don't know what your favourite toy
What
is.
is that? My favourite toy.
Your favourite childhood toy?
Oh, I've got a question about toys later.
Oh, Jesus. Right.
Let me.
Oh, no.
Favorite childhood toy. Okay, it's going to be, and a lot of people are going to relate to this actually. It's going to be it's two things: the road carpet.
Yeah,
You know,
classic, yeah.
The classic carpet.
Do you know what I really want to get? You know, have you seen them where you can get, you know, in your actual car, your floor mats?
Yeah.
You can
Have they
get
got
them.
versions of that?
You can get them with the road mat, but I just really want them.
I just like the carpet in my house, to be honest.
Just in there.
Just in the
Might
the
be a
house.
bit jarring, but yeah.
No,
I'd have it for like my dog. Oh, then you could buy them little toy cars and they could... Oh, yeah.
Nah, for me. The other thing I used to love, I was obsessed with, was a train track. I had a wooden train track that you could put together yourself and had all these like wooden trains that go on.
Is that the one you've still got? Like that Ruben uses?
Yeah, we've still got bits of it, yeah.
No.
Yeah, I loved that train track.
You look like someone that was obsessed
I
with
remember there
trains.
was a time, we went over to a friend's house, well, my parents' friend's house, and they had train track. And I had a suitcase, a little tiny suitcase with me. And I'd stolen loads of all the cool pieces of train track, like all the junctions and stuff. And I'd like stuffed them in my pants. I think I had a nappy. Put them in my pocket. my nappy.
Klepto.
And it was like fucking border control. And I was like leaving the house. They were extracting it all from me.
Little
But yeah,
klepto.
I love that.
A little toddler running around with loads of bits of train track hanging out his nappy.
Yeah. I did get to keep one. It was like, the bit I got to keep, I think, was this like drawbridge. So the train can go under and the train can go over.
Oh,
It was
so you
like,
put the track
but
under
it had a
it.
drawbridge on it. It was quite cool. Yeah. Right. You ready?
Okay.
You ready for your next one? We're about to
Go,
sink this ship. Oh, isn't it? No, this is a good one. Out of all of them, this might be the best question
Oh, Jesus.
that isn't like just awful in every way. Be brutally honest.
oh, no.
What is my worst attribute?
What do you mean by attribute? Something you do?
Brutally
or...
honest.
Yeah.
Completely honest.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. If we need to bleep something out, we can bleep it out.
No.
Just be.
Well, you know, I think you could probably tell what you do that annoys me the most.
There's
I
a lot.
just-
No, there's a lot of stuff.
When I'm talking to you and you don't listen. I'll have like a full blown conversation with you for like 2 minutes.
So what?
Yeah, exactly. That's fucking rude. That does my head in.
Yeah.
Um,
To be fair though, in my defence, all right, I'm not saying that I'm perfect at all. Like I definitely do this. So
that's what comes straight to my head.
I think you often talk to me when I'm already distracted. If I'm already in my head or I'm doing something and you try to talk to me, it's not going to go in.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you
but
make
like,
it worse. You don't get my attention.
Right.
What?
That's what your girlfriend wants to hear, isn't it? I don't get your attention. Fucking great. It does get your attention.
No, but like you need to like tap me on the
I
shoulder.
need to do more.
No, you
just need to listen.
You need to tap me on the shoulder.
And say what? Oi, listen to me.
By the way, we're in a travel lodge.
Yeah, gotta keep it down.
You don't need to get my attention enough.
No, but we'll be having a conversation and then you'll pick up your phone during the conversation and I'll keep the conversation going and then you'll be like, what?
Yeah, that's
and
fair
I'll be like, great.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
That's like, oh, cool.
I mean, you do it to me sometimes. I just don't bring it up. It's nowhere near as often.
Rarely.
It's nowhere near as often. I'm just saying it does happen.
And if it does happen, I will normally go back and be like, what did you say? And you'll be like, oh, it doesn't
Normally
matter.
I do that, but I'm scared to do
don't.
it because you'll bite my head off.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, but you rarely ask.
So it's just ignoring you then.
That's probably your worst attribute, yeah.
That's not that bad then, is it?
I can't think of anything
Amongst
else.
loads of other stuff, but that's just the worst one.
Nothing grinds my gears more than that, I think.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else.
Fair enough.
If you had to have dinner with 3 people, dead or alive, who would you choose? Any 3 people.
Fuck it. I'll have a conversation with Eminem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't think of 3 people you'd like to have a meal with.
A meal with.
Well,
A conversation. That's basically
dinner
what
with.
the question is.
Yeah, basically have a chat
Yeah.
with.
Okay.
Have them around your house.
Eminem. Richard Hammond.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
He's probably got some good stories, to be fair.
I think Richard Hammond. It's hard out of those 3 because like I probably would say James May, but I feel like I already kind of know. Like there's nothing really.
You don't think he'd be unpredictable?
I think with James, there's already a lot that I kind of just assume about him, and I don't find him as like mysterious as Richard. There's something about Richard that is. I do find Jeremy Clarkson quite mysterious because I feel like his public persona is so.
You hope.
It's so engineered.
You'd hope, wouldn't you, really? If that's what he's really like. It's a bit scary.
No, but I think that Jeremy's real personality does come through. So again, he is kind of mysterious, but then I also kind of think that you do just see him as for him. So again, it's not as interesting as Richard, whereas I think Richard is definitely transparent, but like there's definitely, I feel like there's more to him.
Him.
So him. In terms of like a third person, that's so hard. I don't know. Oh, I really don't know. It would be like some kind of like government official, like maybe like a past prime minister.
Yeah.
Or the current, or
Gordon
even the current
Brown.
prime minister. I just want to
I feel
know.
like he fucked shit up.
Gordon Brown.
Yeah.
I would just like to.
No, what? Not the David Cameron. That's what I mean.
I'd like to be
really
able to.
did fuck a pig. Is that what I
Ask him
mentioned?
if he has done it. I would like to talk to someone who's high up in government and ask them about government stuff, just to see, like, what their thoughts are on certain world things or what's real in the world, because I feel like there's so much like false stuff going on that
Yeah.
I feel like we don't know what's real, but they have probably a better idea than anyone else what's actually real because they're hearing like actual intel that's coming from
Like war zones and stuff, you mean?
war
Like,
or just think like operations that are happening in the UK and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. That's probably the Prime Minister. It's a bit shit.
The current Prime Minister, though, or a past
Yeah,
Prime
just the
Minister?
current one.
Okay.
Like I don't really care about Keir Starmer, but I really don't care about him at all. But I'd like to talk to him.
Just to find out what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd tell you much, though. Boris Johnson, he'd spill the beans.
He might, yeah.
You need someone
But I'm
that's...
also like, I don't even know if these are the right people to talk to, because I feel like in some regard they're almost puppets for the state. Like they're basically just a mouthpiece for the government.
Maybe you
and
need like a bodyguard or someone that hears things like on the side, but is sworn to secrecy.
or like the head of the MI5 or something.
Well, you said that was weird. Or something.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. Right, so I'll ask you a question. Now.
No, that's okay.
You'll like this one.
Oh, God. Trying to look all serious when it's going to be something vile.
It's not vile, but it's like it'll be interesting.
I won't answer it.
I don't know. So you know how you really want kids,
Yes.
right?
Wow, yeah.
What have I done that's made you think that?
He's the dad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite a deep question.
But, well, before you answer, basically as far as I know, I haven't done anything. You just want kids, so because you'll have kids anyway, even if it wasn't with me,
Yeah.
they would end up having them. So it's not really like you've decided to have kids because like you want them with me necessarily. But like,
I mean, anytime I talk about this with anyone, like I always say that if we have kids and we split up and we fall out, I think you'd still be a good dad to the kid. Like, even if we had a really bad time, I think you'd still look after that child. And that's like a nice quality about you. And I think you'd be a fun dad. Like, I can't see you ever, like, just abandoning a kid. Which is, like you said, like, you don't think you've done anything to me personally to make me think that, oh yeah, you'd be, like, amazing. And maybe you wouldn't be an amazing husband and life partner, sure, but I think you'd be a great...
I wouldn't be a good husband.
Well, I don't know.
Brilliant.
You don't want to get married anyway. But I just think, as a dad...
No, I just mean, well, okay, boyfriend, doesn't matter what word you put there.
Okay. Well, you can be, just sometimes you're a bit shit. But I think that's with every relationship. But I just think, as a dad, I think you'd be really good.
I think I'm
I
definitely...
don't think you'd ever abandon a kid and just, like, try and cut them out. And I think you'd be fun.
I'm definitely a below average boyfriend.
I don't know. The best boyfriend I've had. But
Yeah, we haven't had many.
Exactly.
They haven't even been boyfriends. You've had like one.
Hey, yeah. Proper one.
Huh?
Yeah, proper one. You've only had like one proper girlfriend. Calm down.
Yeah, I suppose.
You won't count the other one.
Yeah. I think I would probably be this is actually a really shitty thing to say, and everyone can have a go. Everyone have a go at me for this.
You're gonna put me off having kids.
Have a go at me, everyone. Dislike right now. I think if I had more money, I would be way easier to like be around.
No, I'd never see you. You'd be off doing all these weird projects and business ideas.
But I think I'd be a lot happier.
You'd be less stressed.
Like, I know obviously everyone says that money doesn't bring you happiness or whatever, but I just think in general, like if you said, oh, I want to do this, I'd be like, I wouldn't like think about it.
You'd be able to walk into a pub.
Yeah.
If you had money.
No, probably not. I think that would make a difference though. I think if I came into money, I would just be way more relaxed, because out of a lot of people, I'm so like money orientated that.
I think that's a bad thing though. It's not like you don't really. You might like overthink it and fret a bit about it, but it doesn't really stop me doing anything. You still will eventually do it.
But I think
it's just a bit like, I shouldn't have wasted that money. And you're like, oh well. Glad you enjoyed
I just think you would notice that like I would be like quite a different person, but if I had slightly more money and I just wasn't worried.
Yeah, but
about
I've been
stuff.
with you when you've been in a steady job and you've had money. Well, I wouldn't say you were much different. You just got unhappy about having the job then, rather than the money.
But that's also like, I'm in a job that I can't be in forever. So in the back of my mind, I'm constantly like, at some point, this is going to stop and the money's going to stop coming in because I'm going to stop. So in that regard, it's like I've never relaxed, because it's just like I always feel like that this is going to stop. So I can't fully relax because we're on like we're earning the bare minimum. I probably was slightly better than I am now. I probably, when I was working at Domino's with you, I think I was slightly better.
That was early in our relationship as well, so it's hard to tell if that was just...
I think I spent more ever in my life.
Yeah.
That year that I was working at Domino's.
But not on anything big. You were just more willing to like go out to the pub or whatever.
Yeah, we'd go out.
But that was more because it was a group of people. It wasn't like for your own personal benefit.
I remember we first met when I was like still living down in Wales. Every time I came up, we would do stuff.
Yeah.
Every time. I was always really like down for doing it. But how we acted...
But we did also use like Tesco points because it was cheaper. We weren't spending all the money.
Yeah.
We were still trying to get.
But also, I was like eager to drive up to you and everything.
Yeah, because you liked.
I wasn't worried.
I had your attention then.
I'm just saying.
Not anymore.
If I had a bit more money, it would be more like that.
Okay.
But I'm not trying to use it as an excuse that I'm shit. It's just that I generally get stressed when I don't have enough money. So I end up being just worse all round, which includes being a slightly worse boyfriend.
Yeah, but I don't think it's like specifically a worse boyfriend. You just sort of shut yourself off a bit. So it's like...
It's kind of a deeper thing.
Even if you were a friend, I think it affects...
I suppose, yeah, because even with Adam, like me and Adam want to do stuff and then I'm like, can I afford it?
Yeah, do you...
Rather than just be like,
let's go. Yeah, exactly.
Let's do it, yeah. Their like yes attitude is like diminishing very slowly with me.
Yeah, so you're going to be in a box by yourself. See, and
That's why you've got to subscribe.
This is the problem with kids as well, because I feel like I've got to baby trap you. You get a good...
No, you're going to house trap me before you baby trap me.
No, but I'm happy to buy a house on my own if I can afford it.
Yeah,
I just can't afford it.
That's not happening.
Right.
I made a video about that, and fucking everyone fucking told me. Fucking told me it's not happening.
I just have some rent.
Yeah. Whose turn is it? Yours.
Yeah, you asked. Did you ask me about being a dad?
Yeah, it's about
Was
kids.
that what that started as?
Yeah, it was.
Jesus Christ. I went off, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
We'll make it a bit lighter now. If you had to be any inanimate object, what would you be and why?
Your vibrator.
Oh my God. Well, just left in the cupboard for quite a while.
I would be.
Come out every blue moon.
I would be a sex toy. I'd be someone's sex toy.
Whose sex toy?
Well, I said yours.
Yeah, you did.
You weren't
start
happy
with
with that, so fuck it. I'll be someone else's then if
Okay.
you don't want it.
Wow.
Don't know what I'll
Any
be.
excuse.
I don't want to be a dildo. But actually, this is the problem, isn't it? I'd want to be a vibrator because that's around the vagina. Dildo, that's going in possibly a guy's ass. I don't want that.
Yeah,
Right,
you could end up on the dark
There's
side.
nothing wrong with that, but I don't want to be up someone's ass. All right, and especially not a guy's ass.
You don't know.
Unless me and Adam.
Oh, okay.
What?
What?
Your ass? Are you asking?
Oh, it
me
was
to
an
go up-
anal thing I was going for.
You
but
don't.
not-
So I'm not going up yours. Actually, I'd be safe if I was in your drawer.
Yeah.
No, what I was going to say, I'm not going up ass unless I'm doing the Alaskan snow dance with Adam.
Okay.
Right, you ready for your question?
No.
Oh no, it's a really good one again. It's an easy one. You've literally got one bad one coming up, and then I've got two good ones and one bad one.
Okay.
If
You're
you
gonna do like a good sandwich.
if
Good,
you had-
bad, good.
No, we'll do bad. We'll do bad at the end.
Okay. Nice.
If you had £1 million, what would you do?
Buy a house. Quite boring. Buy a house. Probably give. I was thinking about this the other day. I'd probably give like my friends and family some, because like if I've got £1 million, £1,000 to like me isn't going to mean that much. But like I know to someone like my friends, £1,000 can make a big difference in their life.
What can buy like a lifetime of vape?
Well, let's not name people.
I'll
Jake.
bleep their name out.
Well, okay. We'll just cut that bit out. But like, yeah, people that I mean, someone just bought a house, that'll help them loads, having £1,000. One of my friends is starting a business, £1,000 to help her out with advertising and stuff. So I'd probably like, maybe like 10,000 I'd put aside and like give it to friends and family. Oh, bills I've got to pay. Well, family bills that have got to be paid.
Yeah.
Give that away. And then I'd probably keep like at least 700 for myself to be able to buy a house and be happy. And then with the other 300, I'd probably like split like 10,000 off to people, pay debts that people need paying, give some to charity.
I wouldn't do any to charity.
No.
Nah. What I would do is start up a charity.
Oh, Jesus.
I'd start up a charity and like just
Your
make,
YouTube channel,
it'd
that's
be the most
basically a
corrupt charity ever.
Oh.
Guys, if I ever start promoting a charity that I like have founded, don't donate to it because it'll be fucked. It'll be engineered to make me as much money as possible through the name of charity.
God.
I mean, that's all it is, isn't it? It's like the Ronald McDonald Foundation.
Isn't that for sick kids?
Well, yeah, maybe, but
But the kids getting sick.
No, but
from
think about
McDonald's,
it.
I suppose.
fucking McDonald's is like probably plastered all over the hospice.
Yeah, but if it gets
You
them
go
money,
into the hospice and it's like, oh, funded by McDonald's.
Yeah, but if it gets them money. The hospice, I mean.
Yeah, look, people will be like, oh, you can't argue with it because it's doing a good thing, and why are you shaming a good thing? It's like, fine,
Yeah.
but you got to realise that they've
Doing it for their own
deliberately done
benefit.
it for their own benefit. And if you look into it, I haven't looked into it, but if you look into it, you'll probably find that there is corruption in a lot of charities.
But also Mackey's is plastered everywhere. Might as well be in the hospital as well. At this point, it's on the side of the road. It's on every bus stop near enough.
Because if you think about it, every project, if McDonald's spends £1 million on advertising, right, and then they've got this charity that has money just given to it for nothing, and then that charity spends, I don't know, £500,000 somewhere, and then it has its logo everywhere. It's essentially a £500,000 advertising campaign for McDonald's,
Well, yes.
right? Which has also in turn helped people, which is good, but that's just one level of this does, don't get it wrong, this is benefiting McDonald's a lot.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you do something that also benefits you as well as other people? And then in the future, it like makes people think, oh, okay, Mackies have helped this hospital.
that's
Maybe
fine.
they'll help us.
I just think it's
Makes
a very
them look good.
this is a really surface level aspect of it.
Yeah.
The like brand awareness part of it. But there is like other things going on in charities that
That's
are
probably-
corrupt. I mean,
yeah.
loads of things. I haven't got any examples, but I just know that there
You
is.
just know.
I just know that there's loads of them being
All
corrupt.
right. I've also got a question about £1 million.
Yeah, go on then.
If you won £1 million,
Yeah.
do you think people in your close circle would change around you?
Well,
Do you think people would like come out of the woodwork and try and be your friend, or do you think people that you know already would act differently around you?
I know that if you do that, you're not supposed to tell anyone. Like, if you can. I don't know how the lottery works. I don't know if they release the names or whatever, but
Surely it ends up in the local paper or something.
I don't know. I would keep it anonymous for as long as possible.
Yeah, but you tell your close friends. Your close
no,
family.
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't tell anyone.
No, even you wouldn't know.
Wow.
Not for a while. I'd get it.
Is that because you think people around you would change? Like, do you think I'd start suddenly asking you for money? Or asking you to do things?
You run the risk of falling out with people.
Yeah, that's that.
When
When you
and
don't
it's like
lend them money.
if you've had the money and then you've done everything with it, and then you've sort of got yourself in a place where it's like, now I get to choose what people know I've inherited, like not inherited, but what I've won. I can say to someone, like, I can now give back rather than people asking me.
Yeah.
I can let them know and say, if you need this much so and so, I'll give it to you. But I don't want people coming and asking anything. The first people that would know would be my parents, and then you, and then any other friends that I think need it.
Yeah.
Like,
with that knowledge they have, that they know you've got money, do you think they'd change? Like, would you think your parents would be like, I'm upping your rent?
no, they wouldn't.
Or
But I would give them.
would they be like, we really need a new washing machine or something?
A washing machine. No, if I had $1 million, I would immediately clear their mortgage straight away. Because it's nothing. It's like less than 100. Well, it's like 100,000.
Yeah.
It's just nothing of $1 million. And I would just let them know.
Yeah.
And I would tell them how much I have. But yeah, I wouldn't immediately tell everyone.
Yeah.
No way. You can't do that. I know there is some kind
Yeah,
of.
but do you think that people would change around you? Like, if you think of a specific person, say Adam, do you think the way he acted would be different?
Adam would not change.
Do you think I'd change? For a gold digger.
Yeah, you would change.
Do you really think I would?
But not, like, obviously you would change, yeah. Obviously.
I think the only thing I'd do is like, right, we're getting a house now.
Yeah, you would be a lot more like, you would want to dictate what happens with the money. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a normal thing to
I
want.
don't know if I would though. Like,
No, you would.
I'd want you to buy a
I'm not
house,
saying it's bad.
but I wouldn't say like, oh, you should really put your money here, there, and everywhere.
No, but you would definitely be vocal about what you wanted to happen next.
To benefit myself, yeah, probably. But I'd never force you into it, Billy. I wouldn't be like,
Well, no,
you
obviously you're not going to
should.
be able to force it.
Ah, good. I feel like I'm leaving you if you don't put.
Well,
my
yeah,
house.
that's fine. You fuck off.
Oh wow, you'd choose £1 million over me.
No, you fucking did.
No,
Well,
you're
no,
choosing
you
to keep
left.
your money
No, but
rather
if
than.
if you said like, oh, I'm leaving you if you don't do this. with
Oh,
the
you know what
money.
would happen if you got $1 million straight away? Well, pounds.
What?
We'd get pregnant. We'd have a baby.
You'll have a baby.
Yeah, that's what I'd do.
All right.
If you want to celebrate, sorted. It's a win-win. Baby. And then my baby's dad would be a millionaire.
That's bad.
Oh, that's cute.
That's bad.
That's cute.
Born into privilege.
That's true,
not-
actually.
Never
Yeah,
been
no,
good.
the baby'd never know.
Is it me asking now? Yeah, it is. Yeah. who is the dominant one in our relationship?
I don't really have a dominant one.
Isn't it?
I feel like we settle things quite. I mean, it depends, because
I get my way a lot.
yeah, but that's because I don't care. If I do really care about it, I
I
won't.
mean,
do it.
neither of us really care.
Exactly.
Too much
That's
about the other
what I mean.
person
I feel like we come to a decision quite quickly about things, or we'll
Depends.
discuss
Big
it.
things we sort of do. It's the small things we don't agree with.
Yeah.
It's the smaller things that we have not issue with, but the bigger things it's just like do what you got to do.
Yeah, but I don't think we've ever been in a situation where it's had to be. Someone's had to dominate the situation.
Nah, neither of us.
I really don't think I'm a dominant person, but I wouldn't say you are either.
No, I'm not at all.
Yeah, I think that's the issue. Neither of us are.
I'd say you definitely like.
I get more like emotional about things, but whether I get my way or not, I don't know.
It's weird because I want to say that you are more fussy about how we do things, or like.
I have more of like an idea in my head of how I want something to go.
But so do I.
I'd say.
But I think you get your way more often. So you disagree here.
No, I definitely don't.
Yeah, you think I do, but it's not because I'm dominant. That's the thing.
It's not because you're dominant. It's just that the things you want to do normally, I'm like, I don't really care that much about it. So sure, we'll just do it your way.
If you want to do something, and I don't,
we won't do it. But it's more because I'm just like, well, I can't think of anything that I've really wanted to do that you've had to do. I mean, Edinburgh. I went to Edinburgh. You didn't really want to do that, but I made you do it, and you did do it, and you hated it. But
yeah.
But that was something I was like, I really want to do this. So you were like, okay, sure. But you sort of knew you didn't really want to do it, but you were like, if you really want it, then fine.
Yeah.
And I think I compromise the same way with you. If there's something you really want to do, and I'm like, meh, I'll still do it if it makes you happy. Like, it's not going to bother me. So I don't think we have a dominant person, really.
Mm.
Gun to our head, which one's more dominant? I'd say you.
Is what?
Gun to our head, and we have to pick someone. I'd say it's you. But I don't know if it's dominance or you just have.
It's not dominance. It's just like I'm just stubborn.
Yeah, I'm more likely to giving because I can't.
It's not like I'm saying we're doing this and we have to do it. I'm just like stubborn that I either won't. It's like the opposite. It's because I won't do things. That's the difference.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's not like I'm saying that we're doing something. It's that I'm saying we're not doing something.
Yeah. But I suppose that is you get in your way. That is a dominance thing.
Yeah. Alright, your turn.
I didn't ask any relationship questions, so I didn't think you'd want to talk about relationship things.
Why?
I don't know.
I literally have said so many times.
It can be
you
about
can
anything.
talk about
I know,
fucking anything.
But I didn't think you'd want to. So I was like,
it doesn't matter what I want.
Well, we've just established.
You should talk
if you don't want to do it, we ain't doing it.
If you want to talk about something that you want to talk about, or you want to ask me, or you want to put me on the spot, that's fine.
Yeah, I should have done that.
That's more
really.
funny.
I should have done that. Really.
I thought you could have loads of stuff to put me on the spot with.
Yeah, I could have done, but I didn't want to make it all coupley.
No, but you can make it really awkward. Like,
yeah, I
bring
could.
up the past, man.
No, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about the past. I've got questions like, if you had a third ear, where would you put it?
Third ear.
Where would you put it?
Put it like in your pocket.
No, it's got to be on your body.
Put it in your pocket. I can listen to you everywhere.
Listen to me pissing everywhere.
Yeah. My piss ear. My special piss ear.
Oh, not a special piss ear.
I can get one off.
No. Jesus.
That's a clip. What?
You got to think about it because you can't put it somewhere where it's going to get like muffled under clothes already.
Sometimes when I'm like walking and there's something behind me, I actually feel my ears pinning back.
Yeah, that's a fucking lie. You're chatting shit. Your ears can't pin back. You can't move your ears like that.
You know how people wiggle their ears?
Yeah.
Right, so you know how cats move their ears back?
I don't think the human ear does that.
No, it doesn't, but I can feel the muscle trying to do it. So like if something's behind me, it's really rare. It's like I don't do it. It's just like it's like a sneeze. It's like if I hear something, my ears, it feels like they're being pulled back like that.
I think that's a placebo effect. I don't think that's real.
No, they might not be moving. They might twinge. Honestly,
Yeah.
have you never had that?
No, you're
Honestly,
weird.
if it feels like there's some sound behind me, sometimes my ears, both of them, just like it's like they're pulling back, like they're like a cat.
No.
Right.
That's a placebo effect.
If that's happened to you, if your ears do that, put it in the comments because I can't be. It's not made up.
No,
honestly, someone out
definitely
there has had it.
But that hasn't answered my question.
What was the question? Oh, right, on the back of my head.
That's where you'd put it.
Yeah,
under your hair.
So my ears don't have to do the twinge thing, and I can just listen to what's happening behind me.
It'd be all in your hair though. Just you'd always be constantly hearing your hair moving.
No, you wouldn't.
Well, put a hat on.
What, do you constantly hear your hair moving?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I wouldn't be that bad. Surely your brain edits it out.
No, it's just always there,
Right.
rattling in my ear.
Well, I've got a final question for you.
Oh. That's a bad one, you said.
It is bad.
Go on then.
Have you I bought you yet?
Not answering that.
Have you?
Not answering that.
No, come on.
Right. No, because you'll clip it. I'm not using it.
I'll blur it out.
No.
I'll blur out even what the word I said. I'll blur out the word I said.
No, I'm not answering that. That's no one's business but my own.
No, but I'll just say how that I got you yet.
Oh,
and then
I
you
wonder
just,
what they'll think it is.
They might not know.
What is the point of blanking it out? Because there's people. If you blank it out, people are going to go to the worst thing or the weirdest thing.
Could
And that's
you just
basically what you've asked.
have you actually used
I'm not answering that.
it? So I'm going to say yeah.
Okay, you say
So
yeah
you
then.
choose it. Have you?
I'm not answering that.
So you have.
I'm
I'll
not
let you
answering
just say no if you hadn't.
Yeah, because then you'd be like, no, you have.
I'm saying it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
you have.
So what's? I'm not
So-
answering that question.
No, come on. I'll blur it out.
I'm not answering that question.
Oh, please.
I'm not answering that question.
So if you don't answer it,
Right.
I'm not going to blur out the question.
All right.
If
I'll
you
just
answer
say
it, I'll blur out the question.
Well, that's blackmail.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm not answering that question.
You're not answering the question.
I'm not talking about. Ah.
Your beep.
Actually.
Have you used your? I'm not talking about my bleep.
Yeah, they'll never know what we're talking about.
Oh, come on, just
Why?
for the
Why does it have to go on there?
come on, for the viewers. They want to know.
No, they don't want to know. No one gives a shit. You want to know for your own personal benefit. And to take piss out of me.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
So
you
you've
are. You're
used
laughing. I'm not telling you.
it.
Yeah, I've used it. Yeah. Got him. Is that what you bought it for? Because you knew it'd come round in a question one day.
No, I don't know. You got one more question for me?
One more. What is the kindest thing someone has ever done for you unexpectedly?
I want to say the first thing that comes to mind is really shit, but
First.
it was the guy. Have you? Hang on. Have you? Is there something you've done for me?
No. This isn't a planned question.
And I'm not going to say that.
No, it
you've
isn't.
done- when I had the catering tray, the crunch,
Yeah.
the gas stuff. When I took it to the gas guy, he was just like really nice.
Yeah.
Just like let me in his
Was that unexpected though?
garage. Yeah, he let me into his garage to like try and fix my deep fryer.
Yeah,
And
I
then he
suppose.
charged me like hardly anything for like the whole gas certificate registration stuff.
Yeah, I suppose
That's
if you
such
went
a
in
shit answer though.
If you
I
weren't
can't
in
think of-
expecting it to be.
I can't think of anything else though.
Yeah, it's kind of a hard question. I don't think I could think of anything.
An unexpected kind thing. It's pretty rare, isn't it, that it happens?
Oh dear.
Or either that like we're always getting. What was the question?
What is the kindest thing?
Kindest thing, yeah.
Someone's done for you
Like people,
unexpectedly.
if people always do little tiny kind things to you all the time, it's like it's never really like one. It's never like a big deal. It's just like a kind
Yeah.
of like.
Yeah, I think-
you kind of become accustomed to like little things we
Well,
do
it's
for each
expected
other.
then, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's like little things we do for each other, like passing you something or like just getting you something.
Yeah, but I think because we don't live together, when we do get together, it is nice to be like, oh, you made me a cup of tea or whatever. Like that does feel cute.
Yeah.
And like it doesn't happen in my house. No one just makes me a random cup of tea or whatever. So when you do it, it's like, oh,
I've never made you a cup of tea.
no, you haven't. But
No.
you got me a drink earlier and put it by the side of the bed for me.
Yeah, but like.
That's kind and unexpected.
Yeah, well, that's just maybe. I don't know. Anyway, how did you find this experience? Your first time on the that Unemployed Friend podcast.
I think we did quite well not to argue.
But we need to argue because that's what gets the
Well,
clicks.
we didn't have anything to argue about. You weren't controversial enough. You didn't ask me anything that would wind me up, really.
No? Oh, I used to do better then, didn't I?
I don't know what you would ask me to
This
wind
is
me
when
up.
I go look at that and it's
not recorded.
Not recorded anything. Right, we'll see you guys in the next one.
I won't.
Not going to be in the
No,
next one.
I'm not doing another one now.
Are you not?
No.
Yeah, you are.